Hey everyone. So in this channel so far, we covered a variety of web development topics and did some live demos regarding some applications in the field. However, there's one topic in particular that's just as important, but it's not covered a lot in schools, such that students who wanted to learn more about web development had to either learn by themselves or spend enormous amounts of time and money online for boot camps to teach them the necessary web development skills out there. So there's definitely a growing need to teach web development to students, especially those who are computer science majors. And to help alleviate this problem, I wanted to make a video on one of the most popular web frameworks out there called Flask. And from there, I would talk about its purpose and give a breakdown of the various things you can do with this framework. So basically, a Flask is a web framework that's written in Python and allows users to build web applications with the various tools, libraries, and technologies it offers. It's very popular in the Python community because of its simplicity and its ability to create fully functional website in a short amount of time. Uh, so, so here are the best things about Flask, such that it is easy to learn, easy to use, and like I mentioned before, it speeds up the development process due to its list of functionalities it offers. Okay, so let's get started with this demonstration. The first thing I wanted to talk about is routing. So basically, routing allows you to apply certain URLs to your site, and you can do this with this decorator here. This is important because basically all websites have URLs, and when you have multiple pages in your website, it's necessary to be able to assign URLs to various routes uh, you may have in the application. Oh, and by the way, this is the basic setup for our Flask application. We have a Python file here, as well as a templates directory over here, where we can put our HTML files. I covered the installation process uh, in this Hack CMS website over here. I'll definitely leave the link to it in the descriptions, just in case you want to set up an application yourself. Okay, so anyways, here I have a route decorator. It basically allows follows the syntax here. So you type in at app.route, and then the parameters will be a slash symbol. But since we're only dealing with the home page here, we don't have to add anything after the slash. So inside this function, we're just gonna return a string that says homepage. So I'm going to run this, and let's see what shows up. Okay, so it works as expected. It showed the string that we returned. Uh, so this would be like the home page of our website. Now, what if we want to be able to route to other pages in our website? How would we do that? And it's very simple, actually. You create another route decorator here. So I just uncomment this, erase that. Uh, okay, so you create another route decorator here. And for this one, you actually have to put something in the end of the slash symbol. So I put a slash page here, and in that page, I want to return the string second page, right? So now I'm going to rerun this whole application. Okay. All right. So first, it shows up the home page as expected. So now if I go to the address bar, dismiss this. Okay, so if I go to the address bar and type in slash page. Okay, so you will see that it returned me the string from the other route I created. And that's basically all there is to it. Um, so, that's the basics of routing. Okay, so I'm gonna erase this. Okay, and the next topic I want to cover next deals with a similar topic to routing, but it's just slightly different. But basically, I'm going to cover the redirect and URL functions here. So I'm going to erase this really quick. Okay. All right. So previously, in order to navigate to the next page or to another route, we had to type in the slash page in our address bar. And the problem with that is that the user has no way of knowing what pages are available in the website. And plus, it's not good for the user experience when we need to type in a specific URL to navigate to a certain page. And to fix that, we have to route the user to a page with the use of some components from our user interface. So what I have in this code is I have two route functions called teachers and students. And this is the home page over here. And then the HTML I have here. If I go to my home page, okay, I'm going to comment this out really quick. Okay, so I basically created like two buttons here that leads to a students and teachers page respectively. I also created a students and teachers HTML files over here, which basically contains a paragraph tag that um, that basically says what kind of page this is. Okay, so I'm going to rerun this here just so I can show you what goes on. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to click on the teachers button. Okay, and as expected, it showed me this teachers HTML page. Okay, so let's go back to the code and analyze what happened. So first, I was at my home page right here. So this is the route function of my home page. And before I even do anything, the application rendered this home.html file. I'll discuss more about the render template function soon, but it basically allows whatever HTML file you set in the parameters here to run. And as expected, the first thing we saw was content from the home.html page, which basically shows these two buttons here. Then when I click on the teachers button, I requested a post method right here. So I'll also discuss more in depth about this later, but after that, it goes into these two if statements here, and it checks which button I clicked on. So teachers is the button I clicked on, and as you can see from my HTML file, I had the name attribute to this button referred to as teachers. So if the if statement will uh, could definitely be called on this statement here. Now it's going to use the redirect function to redirect me somewhere, and in that parameter, I use the URL4 function to refer to a specific routing function, right? So teachers is the input for this function, and the only routing function that is named teachers is this function right here. So the application will move to this routing function, and it'll just render the teachers.html file. And as you can see, the teachers.html file is this, and it shows a paragraph tag with the same text you see in the website here. Right? So this is the teachers HTML file, and this is the website here. Okay. So basically, that's the entire process here, and as you can see, if I go back to the web page here and click on the students page button, it'll bring me to the students.html file. So, that's the page that redirected me here. And speaking of the redirect function, there are many ways you can redirect something. For example, you want the application to redirect you to a specific HTML document and not the routing function, I think you can just do a redirect and then followed by the name of the HTML file. But the most common way is to just do what I have right here. Yeah, so just redirect followed by the URL for function. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to comment this really quick. All right, so I discussed about the render template function before, and I mentioned how it can, basically run whatever HTML file you listed in the parameters right here. Now that's definitely true, but there's actually more to this function. So for instance, you can also transfer variable values to your HTML page, so it can be viewed in the front end. So in this routing function, I just have a variable named string, and it contains a string value that says, hello, my name is Nelson. This will be the displayed on a HTML page. Then I can take that variable name, right, and place it in this function parameter here. And I wrote HTML paragraph equal to string, uh, just so it gets accepted as an input. So just remember how I can, I said that I can transfer values to a variable through HTML document before. Well, if you go to the home.html page, well, actually I have to comment this out. Okay. Okay, so see, I created a paragraph tag that would display the string values of this HTML paragraph variable, which I created, over here. This HTML paragraph. I set that equal to string. Right. So now I place a HTML paragraph right in this section here. And notice I have to uh, put two open and closed curly brackets in this variable. That's basically because Flask uses this template engine called Jinja, and this is the basic syntax for you to display the values of a variable. Obviously, there are more to this template engine, but this is just how the syntax basically looks like. So now I'm going to rerun the application again, and it should display the values. Okay, perfect. So basically, it displayed everything properly. On top of that, you can also transfer more than one variable uh, in this function here. It's super easy to do, and it's only limited. It's not only limited to string types. Of course, you can also transfer array types to your HTML document, uh, for example, and use Jinja templating engine to kind of manipulate what you want to do with that array. But basically, that's what the render template can do for you. One last topic to cover is the request.method and request.form topics. So I'm going to comment this out really quick. Okay. And I'm going to do the same for this one really quick. Okay. Yeah, so before we transfer the data variables from the application to our front end, now what if we want to transfer values from the front end to our application here? What can we do? Okay. So now this usually occurs in many websites out there where a user would type something up in the text field, hits the submit button, and he or she would receive some results back. And this is essentially what I try to mimic in this code here. I want to be able to type something in a text box, click the submit button, and print out what I inputted from that text box. So that value will get displayed in the computer instead. So first, I'm just going to run it